When I was growing up, I was naturally very skinny. I had like high metabolism, whatever, ran around a lot. I don't know. I just was always thin. But when I would be introduced to people, whether it was like a church or school or just out and about, family, friends, I was always introduced, and people would be like, my mom or whoever would be like, this is Cara. And I'd be like, hi. And people would always, no doubt, be like, oh, you're so thin, you're so pretty. Or like, hi, Cara, oh, you're so cute, you're so skinny. And it was always like a combination of hearing myself being introduced and then complimented for being thin and being pretty. So like being thin was a fact. Like, yes, I was a very skinny child, but always hearing that in the combination of you're thin, you're beautiful. I just put those two things together like, oh, I am beautiful because I'm thin. I am pretty, I am attractive because I'm skinny. And so I just, from a very young age, grew up with this misconception that my beauty was contingent upon my body size or my body weight or how thin I was, how skinny I was. And so it really impressed upon me that if I ever gained weight, I would be ugly. That's just the lie that I believed and the thought that I had in my head. And so I carried that thought all the way with me from childhood into high school, into college. So when I was graduating from high school, going into my freshman year of college, you always hear a lot about the dreaded freshman 15. And I was like convinced that it was a real thing and convinced that if I didn't like do everything I could to stop it, I was going to gain 15 pounds my freshman year of college. So my senior year, I kind of did everything I could to not gain weight and to sort of like, in my mind, I was like prepping my body for freshman year of college. Like, I don't want to gain weight. I don't want to gain weight. And I literally thought like in my head, if I gain weight, that means that I'm going to be ugly. And so I would skip meals. I would just eat until I was satisfied and like no more. And it was really, really strict with how I ate. And it just became a manipulation in my own mind of how I needed to look and thinking that if I stayed skinny, I would stay beautiful. And that if I gained weight, I was automatically ugly. I was suffering in my own mind because of it. But that's a lie. Like my beauty is not contingent upon my own body size. Nobody's is. Your self-worth, the self-respect that you deserve is based on the fact that you are a person. You are a human that deserves that love and respect and worth just for who you are. And it took me a while to realize that and to really realize that my body weight did not define my self-worth as a human. But I think society has ingrained in a lot of us that your weight is what defines you, or how beautiful you seem is based upon how skinny you are. I think the truth is finally getting out there that our beauty and our worth is not contingent upon our size or a number on the scale or a measurement. I think now that perspective is changing and girls are realizing that they have so much more to offer than just their body size. And every shape and size is beautiful. Who you are is unique and beautiful just because of the person that you are. You have amazing, unique skills and abilities that is different from everyone around you, and that's what makes you special. So realize that the words you use affect the people around you. The words that you say to yourself affect your own self-image. When I was obsessed with the fact of thinking like, if I gain any weight, I'm going to be ugly, that's all I thought about, and it literally defined who I was in my mind and defined the way that I would treat my own body. But when I finally came to a place of accepting myself and loving myself just as I was, whether I gained weight or I didn't gain weight, I realized that I loved myself. I loved who I was. My self-confidence began to grow. My self-belief in what I could do and what I was capable of achieving in my life grew. And that's what you want to focus on is, how do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as someone who's worthy to be loved and someone who's able to accomplish great things? Do you see yourself as someone who's able to go after their dreams? Who are you? Or if you don't know, who do you want to be? Be that girl. Be proud of yourself. Look in the mirror and tell yourself all the ways that you're beautiful and that you love and appreciate yourself. The more that you reflect that love and acceptance to yourself, the more your self-confidence is going to grow, and the more that you're just going to be comfortable in who you are and able to just shine for your own unique abilities. If you check out some of my resources on theninjababes.com, you can see an affirmation sheet and other mantras that I have that are like a worksheet that you can fill out to remind yourself of all the ways that you're unique and beautiful, all the ways that you're going after your goals and you're fearless. So check it out on theninjababes.com and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your own struggle is, and let's work together to just open up our own minds and realize how we can support and help one another. I want to help you grow in your self-confidence, be proud of who you are, and be excited for every day ahead of you. We're in this together, Ninja Babes. So click subscribe, leave a comment or a question below, and let me know what you think.